Hi guys, it's Adam from Team Workout Movement, and today I'd like to show you how to get an explosive strength to your chest in order to perform those stunning push-ups where you'll jump into the air and do various tricks. So today you will learn how to get a basic strength for doing it and also how to perform these exercises because you might have been doing them wrong. But before we start, first you must do a warm-up, especially focusing on your shoulders and your wrists. I have videos for that. I will leave it down in the description below, so check it out. It will take around 5 minutes, so it will be pretty short, so you can do it. And now, if you're like a beginner and you cannot do even a single push-up, in this case, you will have to start doing them on higher platforms. But of course, you can actually start to do those plyo push-ups where you'll be actually jumping into the air. But if you are a bit more advanced, so you can do at least 10 push-ups, you can actually start to do it on the floor and start jumping. In this case, it will be quite simple, so just try to do it as fast as you can, the launch, and then after you fall to ground, try to slow it down, and then again, you launch yourself with the maximum speed you can. Of course, you should have something soft under your hands, because while falling down, those wrists can get damaged and cause yourself a bad injury, which you don't really want to have. So in this case, I would recommend to have something like this under you, maybe two of them, in order to make that fall a bit safer and softer. After you are able to do at least 10 plyo push-ups, you can do something a bit more difficult, which will be a clap push-up. So you'll do the same thing, jump into the air, but in this case, you'll do a clap with your hands. Of course, if you aren't sure about this movement, first you won't do the clap, but you'll just put your hands together and back. And after you become confident with this movement, you can actually turn your hands to the side and do the clap. A more difficult version of this exercise will be a clap behind your back. So in this case, it's similar, you'll launch yourself up, but in this case, you can actually try to move your pelvis a bit backward, creating a bit more space for you and also increasing the height of your jump. So we'll jump, but first I do recommend to start with the clap. I actually have a friend of mine which happened to break his chin because he was too hasty and tried to do it right after he did the clap push-up and actually managed to break his chin, and he wasn't able to eat for a long enough time, and it was just an unpleasant experience. So I don't want you to do something stupid like that. So in this case, while doing it, first start by just putting your hands on your pelvis from the side, and then after you become satisfied with the movement, you can actually move them more backward and do the actual clap behind your back. And the final version of this exercise will be these two combined, but you will start with the one which is the behind, and then while falling down, you'll do the front one. So it will look like this. It's the same execution, but you'll just combine it. Of course, I don't want you to be hasty and start by this exercise. First, you have to master these two separately, and then you can do the combination. And for the final push-up, in this case, you will jump into the air with the entire body and then try to do a straight line. So it will look like this. It's quite difficult. What is really the focus of this exercise is actually the legs, surprisingly. Yes, the most power comes from your legs. We'll try to jump with them, not really through the chest, and try to extend them, so goes for your hands. Of course, before you can do it in this way, you can put those arms in front of you a bit of a lesser angle, so not those 0 degrees, but a bit less under you, so it becomes a bit easier and you don't fall on your chin. Okay guys, that will be it for the video. I hope that you won't be hasty as my friend was and would happen to break your chin. Of course, I want you to do the cleanest execution and also to get the strength for doing them. Okay guys, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and share and subscribe. And of course, if you have any questions, don't be afraid and ask me. I can always do a video about the topic which you want to have me cover. Okay guys, that will be it. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.